packing for you this evening on Startup Street. Now, first up on the show, Startup Mahakumbh, which is the first of its kind mega confluence of startups, which started today at the Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. Now, this three-day event has more than 1,000 startup exhibits, 1,000 plus investors, with more than 500 incubators and accelerators. This event aims to showcase some of the prominent hubs of innovation, the latest trends and technology, along with sector-specific insights. Akhil Vishwanath, who's been covering this event for us, joins us with what the first day was looking like. Akhil.
Over 2 decades of innovation and technological tenacity, that was what was on display on day one at the Startup Mahakumbh. The 3-day event, which is nothing like India has ever seen before, has been spearheaded by the government and veteran investors to showcase the prowess of the Indian startup ecosystem, which is the 3rd largest in the world. To just share some numbers with you, in attendance today were more than 1,000 startups, 1,000 investors, more than 500 startups and incubators, and more than 5,000 future entrepreneurs. Now, what we have to remember is the largest get-together of the Indian startup ecosystem ever has come at a time when there has been a funding slump, with funding returning to pre-pandemic levels over the last couple of years. So, to solve for this problem and to sustain momentum in the Indian startup ecosystem, over 1,000 participating startups have been split into 10 broad categories or themes such as climate tech, deep tech, AI plus SaaS and others, and each subsector of the startup ecosystem has its own pavilion, and these pavilions act as a way to connect startup founders with investors to mobilize capital, as mobilizing capital has been a key challenge in the recent times. Back to you.
Akhil, thanks very much for bringing us that report. One of the largest gatherings of startup ecosystem in India, and staying with that Startup Mahakumbh, India will become the hub of innovation in the world. That is the word coming in from Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal. Speaking to my colleague Akhil Vishwanathan earlier, Piyush Goyal emphasized that Startup Mahakumbh is going to be an annual event and more. Take a look.
How is it, Josh, when it comes to Startup Mahakumbh?
Hi, sir. I think the Josh is truly high. The Josh is truly very, very infectious. And the Josh is visible in all the young men and women who are not only displaying their wonderful ideas, who are demonstrating that Bharat will become the hub of innovation in the world, and all the youngsters who have come from across the length and breadth of the country are going to go back encouraged to do much more, much better. We want competition amongst all these young startups, so that every Indian gets a better life in the future.
You saw the curtain raiser, you said you want this to be an annual event. Is it going to be an annual event?
Yes, this Startup Mahakumbh is going to be an annual event. And I believe that it's going to get bigger and bigger. Even this time we have a wait list. We have not been able to accommodate all those who wanted to participate. But I'm sure the wonderful work the organizers have done this year will encourage more of us to put in effort, greater effort, to make India truly the startup hub of the world.
An annual event that is going to get bigger. That was the Commerce Minister. Now let's hear out from the industry.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV18 on all of our digital platforms.